for immediate evacuation. Dramatic terror beyond your feeble understanding.
Quack.
Witness the fear of an unstable plague doctor bent on turning the world into a horde of undead corpses. Science gone mad! Unspeakable thrills that are, well, unspeakable. Filmed in new. Experience the startling, horrific abominations beyond your wildest nightmares. Rated NB, as it is non-viewable by any living human eyeballs.
I'm dizzy! Greetings that are spooky! It is I, the Necrofessor, your haunted interdimensional plague doctor. I can't believe it's the hallowed season already. So many things to carve, so little time. It truly is my favorite time of year. The leaves change color and die. The air grows thick and chunky with ghost residue. And it's the only time of year where you can leave your corpses outside and no one really seems to care. I cannot wait to scare some trick-or-treaters this year!
Ugh, let's just get it over with.
Why, what's wrong? Don't you like Halloween?
I used to love Halloween until I ran into you. Now it's just a sick reminder of when I lost my body asking you for a costume.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. I don't even wear costumes.
How was I supposed to know that you actually dress up like a gothic seagull all of the time? Now my brain is stuck in this jar, I can't eat candy, I don't have arms, and even if I did, I would use them to strangle you.
Oh, I know what'll get you in the holiday spirit! A spooky story! So, are you ready?
Please no.
Once upon a time, hundreds of years ago, in the haunted realm known as Ireland, there was a guy named Stingy Jack. Turns out he wasn't a very honest guy. The man was a legendary cheat and drunkard. This earned himself a reputation for being such a slimy wad that the devil himself came out of hiding inside of hell to see whether or not this were true.
I guess the devil had more free time back then.
Anywho, one night, Stingy Jack was taking a whiz by the riverside when the devil appeared. Stingy Jack knew the devil had come to take his wretched soul. As a final request, Stingy Jack pleaded with the devil to have one last drink before being led to his damnation. The devil, being in a charitable mood that night, I guess, whisked Stingy Jack away to a nearby pub where Jack proceeded to get completely wasted. When it was time for him to pay for the drinks, Stingy Jack came up with a plan. He asked the devil to pay the barkeep for him, as he was as broke as he was drunk. But the devil had no money either.
What's wrong? Did the devil not have any cash in his fuzzy pants that night?
Stingy Jack convinced the devil to transform into a coin. This magic trick would allow Stingy Jack to pay for his tab, and sometime later the devil could stealthily turn back into his devilish form when the barkeep wasn't looking.
And the devil actually agreed to this? Hard to believe the devil is dumber than you.
The devil said, "Presto! I'm a coin now!" And Stingy Jack placed the devil into his pocket next to a crucifix. The devil hissed inside of this drunk guy's urine-soaked pocket, quickly realizing that he had been taken for a fool. For you see, the power of God's favorite weapon of choice, the cross, had prevented the devil from assuming his normal form. Somehow.
Okay.
Stingy Jack had the upper hand and decided to release the devil on the condition that the horny one agree not to claim his soul for 10 years. The devil said, "Okay, fine, you made me transmogrify myself into a coin, and you tricked me into getting stuck this way, so I guess I'm not gonna, get revenge on you or anything. Here's 10 more years on your lifespan. I'll be on my way. Touche, you clever drunkard, until we meet again."
The devil sounds like he has brain damage in this story.
10 years was quickly pissed away when it was time for the devil to return. The devil swiftly appeared and said, "Come along, Dingaling, time to go to hell." Stingy Jack said, "Oh, begging your pardon, Mr. Devil, before you go waterboarding me with lava and filling my rectum full of wasps. I'm starving. Maybe you'll let me grab a bite to eat on the way. Why, look over there. It's an apple tree. Why do you say I go over to that tree, grab me an apple, and then I'll march straight on to hell with you, Mr. Devil?"
Why does he sound like a leprechaun?
And the devil, never allowing anyone to go hungry, decided, "Fine, if it'll shut you up, you could go over there and get an apple." Stingy Jack scrambled up the tree and disappeared. The devil grew impatient and climbed up the tree after Stingy Jack, but Jack had snuck down the backside of the tree. The devil was horrified to see that Jack had fashioned dozens of branches into crucifixes around the base of the tree, and thus prevented the devil from climbing down the tree and beating Jack's ass.
Wait, the devil can't just fly down or something because of 2 sticks making a cross shape? What, is he also a really weak vampire? So stupid. Okay, so what happened next?
Stingy Jack made the devil promise he would never take Jack's soul to hell. The devil, always one to tell the truth, vowed that Jack's soul would never, ever, ever enter the gates of hell. So help him God.
Is that blasphemy?
I have no idea. So Stingy Jack continued his endless margaritas until the booze caught up with him, and he was eventually visited by the Black Knight, cirrhosis of liver, where he promptly died in a puddle of his own technicolor vomit.
And everyone lived happily ever after.
Stingy Jack's stinky soul wafted up to the gates of heaven, and while he was waiting in the queue to go through the gates of St. Peter, God came out of a little nearby door and told Jack that, "Due to your life of booze and deceit, that you're not allowed to go into heaven, senor."
Is that your impression of God?
Yeah, why? What's wrong?
You sound like Speedy Gonzales.
A trapdoor opened up under Stingy Jack, where he plummeted down to the underworld. Yay! After what seemed like a century wandering around through the dark, Stingy Jack stood before the gates of hell. But the devil, always one to keep his promises, came out of a little nearby door and said, "Sorry, my fermented friend, I promised you that your soul would never, ever, ever enter the gates of hell. Remember? But I'm not a tall prick. I will give you a small glowing ember from my eternal hellfire, so you can light your way through the underworld." "Where will I go?" asked Stingy Jack. "Hell if I know," replied the devil. "Try heaven, jackass." The ember was burning Jack's hands, so he hollowed out a turnip and kept the ember inside of it, creating the world's first Jackolantern. Well, it wasn't really a turnip, it was actually a rutabaga.
A rutabaga?
A rutabaga.
A rutabaga?
A rutabaga.
A rutabaga?
Yep, a rutabaga.
What's a rutabaga?
It's basically a big turnip. So anyway,
Wait, where did he get the turnip?
He's in the underworld. Everyone knows the underworld is filled with turnips. Duh!
You mean rutabagas.
Alas, Stingy Jack was forced to forever wander between the realms of heaven and hell. And over time, the tradition of hollowed-out produce lanterns was continued to this very night. So, if you want to help an old drunk soul and others like him find their way when the veil between the realms is thinnest, carve a jack-o'-lantern and leave it out for old Stingy Jack. Also, it keeps away demons. The end!
Jesus Christ, that has got to be the dumbest story you've ever told. Like, why didn't the devil just lie and take Jack's soul? Isn't that the devil's whole thing? You know what? I don't care. I don't care, and I hate you.
It's Halloween, it's time to make you scream. Carving jack-o'-lanterns if you know what I mean. Stomping through the combat booths through cemetery trees. I got my blades in my pocket, now it's time to trick or treat. I'm gonna carve you like a jack-o'-lantern, carve you like a jack-o'-lantern. Happy Halloween, happy Halloween. Carve you like a jack-o'-lantern, carve you like a jack-o'-lantern. Happy Halloween, happy Halloween. I hear the spirits and they're calling my name. I hear the spirits and they drive me insane. I hear the spirits and they're calling my name. I hear the spirits and they drive me insane. I start the fright, stabby goes the knife. I start with the eyes because there's terror and surprise. The rabbit starts to run, the fun has just begun. Screaming happy Halloween, I'm carving jack-o'-lanterns, try to run. Carve you like a jack-o'-lantern, carve you like a jack-o'-lantern. Happy Halloween, happy Halloween. Carve you like a jack-o'-lantern, carve you like a jack-o'-lantern. Happy Halloween, happy Halloween. I know it's so vile when I carve a big smile. Scoop out a little brain you had and replace it with a candle. It's my favorite holiday when the blood begins to spray. With your last words I think I hear you say, I wish Halloween was every single day. 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 Carve you like a jack-o'-lantern, carve you like a jack-o'-lantern. Happy Halloween, happy Halloween. Carve you like a jack-o'-lantern, carve you like a jack-o'-lantern. Happy Halloween, happy Halloween. Your fresh decapitation is my new decoration. Your future's frozen in fear, let it rot until next year. Your fresh decapitation is my new decoration. Your future's frozen in fear, let it rot until next year. Let it rot until next year. Let it rot until next year.
Well, that's the end of our show. Thanks for tuning in. Join the Plague Life Patreon. This time of year, I send out very cool Plague-O-Ween-style scare packages to my Patreon members. It kind of sucks, though, we didn't get any trick-or-treaters again this year.
Of course not. You suck. Also, we're in a graveyard in the middle of nowhere. What did you expect?
They're here! Give me the candy! Aren't you gonna say trick or treat?
Happy Halloween.